Hey guys, Mobile Grinder here, back with another video, and I think I found a new series that I would like to do, and I'm just gonna do it. So I'm gonna do the pick and win, and I'm gonna go over the games and what I think and who I think is gonna win. So tonight, got the Timberwolves and the 76ers playing. Now the 76ers have been all right this season. You know, Jaleel Okafor, Nerlens Noel. Not Nerlens Noel, Joel Embiid. He's been playing really good this season. But I think that the Timberwolves and all their talent, with Karl Anthony Towns, and he's probably a top five center in the league, guaranteed top 10, but maybe top five in the second year of his career. With Wiggins, and Rubio and Levine and all them. I just think that the Timberwolves are gonna beat the 76ers. Next game, the Jazz and the Celtics. Now, the Jazz have been really good this season. They're one of the hottest teams in the NBA. But it's the same with the Celtics. And then, the Celtics got Isaiah Thomas and Al Horford and all them, Avery Bradley, Jay Crowder. And then the Jazz got Gordon Hayward and Derek Favors and Rudy Gobert. Now, I don't know, this game's going to be really close. I think it's going to come down to the wire. But I think that the Celtics are going to pull it off in the end. So I'm taking the Celtics. The next game, I think it's also going to be a close game. I feel like the Pacers, they got Paul George, you know, Al Jefferson, he's alright. But really, he's aging. He's not getting too good. He's not getting any better. But then you got Miles Turner, who's young, and he can fill in for him. And then they also got Monte Ellis, who is kind of a scoring threat. And the Pistons, they got Drummond, who's an absolute monster down low. Gets a lot of rebounds and, can score if he has the opportunity, down low. Gets a rebound, puts it back up. Then the Pistons got Contavious Caldwell Pope, and Reggie Jackson fast. And so I think that the Pistons are going to pull it off in the end, but it's going to be a close game. Next game, the Wizards and Mavericks. Now, the Mavericks ain't doing too good this year, and neither are the Wizards. So, it's not really going to be a great game to watch. But I think it'll be good to watch John Wall and, the Mavericks, a couple of weeks ago or a week ago. They had that big scuffle that big problem with the Rockets. They're just a big mess right now this season. Dirk's hurt and everything. So I feel like the Wizards and John Wall and Bradley Beal, I think they're going to pull it off and beat the Mavericks. Next game, probably the best game of the night. The Raptors and Spurs, two of the best teams in the whole league. Eastern Conference versus Western Conference. And I think, the Spurs, really good. They're going to pass the ball, fundamentals. The Raptors, the more of, like, DeMar DeRozan, he's having a really good season this year. He was really hot towards the beginning of the year. And I feel like the Spurs are just too much for the Raptors, but it's going to be a really good game. Okay, next game, the Kings and the Nuggets. Now, the Kings have DeMarcus Cousins and Rudy Gay and all them. And DeMarcus Cousins has been a beast this year, but, he's had all those problems, especially with George Karl coming out and saying all those things, even though he's not even the coach of them anymore. And he's saying things about Carmelo Anthony when he played with the Nuggets, who they're playing tonight. And I feel like the Nuggets don't have much to really. They have a future kind of with Fareed and, their young centers with Jokic and Nurkic and all them. And then they got Moutier, who they just drafted a couple years ago. But I feel like the Kings and DeMarcus Cousins, I think they'll pull it off in the end. Next game, the Heat and the Suns. Now, the Heat, Chris Bosh has been battling injuries and everything, these past couple years. And, they got Goran Dragic and Winslow and, all them and all that stuff. Whiteside, he's really good. Then you got the Suns. They're young. They got Bledsoe, Brandon Knight. And they just drafted Marquise Chris this last year. Some young talent, but I feel like the Heat are gonna win. Now, my next game features my favorite team, the Los Angeles Lakers. They had a good start to the season. They were like 10-9, 10-10. They were 500. In the playoff hunt, and then it just went downhill. They lost 8, 9 in a row or something like that. And Nick Young got hurt, who was having a really good season, and the injury bug just caught us. And the Grizzlies, they're very underrated, just like Mike Conley and Marc Gasol and Zach Randolph, and all them. They got Chandler Parsons. I think, they're a team to watch out for in the West. If they can just stay healthy, I think they have a shot at making it to the conference championship game. And I feel like the Grizzlies are going to win against the Lakers. So those are my picks for today, January 3rd, Monday, January 3rd. I hope you like this episode. Please like, comment, subscribe, and